Yep.
G'day, mate.
Hey, man, how you doing?
All right. Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you,
You
man.
well?
I'm all good.
I've got a mic if you need one, or you're right. You got one.
With George, it's okay.
You've already got yours, have you?
With George, it's all good. Or
Okay.
do you prefer to use mine? Like,
Oh, well, we've got mine if you want it. I'm more than
Right,
happy. If you, yeah, whatever's easier.
this one is all good.
Yeah, okay. I think it's got the right mix, isn't it?
Sure.
It's got the right mix, yeah. I'll just go and give that back to my partner. She's inside and I'll come back. As I've known me, I will lose it. You won't need that, will you? Or will you need that? Well, you might need it.
I need. I got a cable for you, so.
So you're right. So you don't need the rest of it.
Yeah, no.
All right. I'll
Only
just
need
go
your mic.
Take that back inside. Won't be a sec. Thanks, mate.
One, two, one, two.
Welcome to Grange Reserve, Hoppers Crossing, as the Doherty Cup continues. We're getting into the pointy end of the Doherty Cup. We're in round 6, so you can smell the finals around the corner. And Hoppers Crossing hosting tonight's game. Wonderful effort by this State League 2 team in the Northwest Division. Struggling in that competition at the moment, on the bottom of the table. But Cup football's been a different proposition for them. They've played 3 games and they've advanced. And one of their games was a thriller where they were able to get an equaliser in the closing stages to find a way to take it into extra time and then subsequently into penalty shootout. And they got over the line. The Reds, and they take on Melbourne SRBIJA tonight, who are in VPL 2, third on the ladder at the moment, only suffered 1 defeat in that competition, and they've won their 2 matches so far to advance through to this stage of the Doherty Cup. The 2 teams tonight, Hoppers Crossing. Josh McCall will be their goalkeeper, Alistair Kilpatrick number 2, Harry Kilpatrick number 6, Jordan Vartuli, these guys all starting, number 14. Murababu is number 15. He's also starting Kostanoski, number 17. Forbes Knight Sansa, number 18. 19 is Takunda Shizi. Number 21 is Hirata. 24 Alexander Kay. 25 Josh Torado. And number 39 is Nahum Amenta. Now the substitutes, number 16 Shota Yashiro. Number 11 Liam Zacharias, has scored 3 times in league football this year. Number 20 Yasa U. And also number 4 in Kevin Kambangu. For Melbourne SRBIJA, their starting lineup. Number 3, Nenad Nikolic. Number 6, Thomas Lakic. 7 is Ryan Brown. 8 is Theo Kapanis. Number 10 is Marco Basic. 11 is Max Illick. Also in their team tonight, starting Luke Bligan, number 16. Cameron Davies, number 17. Yolosav Milojevic is number 19. Jared Hill, the goalkeeper, number 20. Connor Lee, 66. And Matthew Papa Dimitrio is number 14. Those on the bench include Aidan Ikonopoulos, number 1. 28, Dean Christodopoulos. Number 15, Milos Ilic, whose brother, of course, is Max. And also number 9, Luka Ninkovic. So you would think, in regard to where these teams are situated in league football, but cup football is a different proposition, that this would be a result that would go the way of Melbourne SRBIJA, but we know that sport does provide us with so many upsets, so many results that we don't expect, and that's why we love it so much. And as the Hoppers Crossing administration said to me tonight in the lovely dinner we had, and we thank the ladies for putting on a wonderful spread in the President's dinner tonight as we're underway here, that their form in cup football has been so much better and so different to league football, and they can't really put a finger on it as to why it has been better. Anyway, SRBIJA have the football. They get it down the line, and straight away there's a bit of a challenge from Hoppers Crossing. And Max Illick, number 11, was cannoned into after he received a pass right in front of us from Marco Basic. And in fact, it's going to go the way of Hoppers Crossing. I thought Hoppers Crossing actually were involved in the free kick, but they've gone against Max Illick. So Hoppers Crossing right in front of our commentary position. We'll go back to centre back. Long ball towards the halfway. Headed away by SRBIJA. At ground level. And there's going to be a free to go the way of Melbourne SRBIJA. They're in the white. Base themselves at Burnley. Kevin Bartlett, reserve. Famous AFL player, of course. And in the red and also the yellow for Hoppers Crossing. As Melbourne SRBIJA now in possession. Long ball. comes in from the left side to the right side, from the boot of Cameron Davies, their big centre back. Brings it down towards the far post. It was a nice little ball, sliding ball, but didn't have enough elevation on it. In fact, no elevation at all. And it's mopped up at the back by Jared Hill. He gets it out wide. And now looking to drive it long as Alexander Kay. Solid defender for the Hoppers Crossing team. And the last touch came from Serbia. And Hoppers to win possession through Bartoli. But it's turned over. And again, they couldn't control it. Kay was the one that had the last touch. Basic was there as well for Serbia. And they've got possession through Ninkovic, who'll win it back from Basic. He's just outside the 18-yard area. He plays it back now. They're going defensively to go forward. Lakic involved. Long ball, Davies towards the far side. They build again down that right-hand side. Now a chance for a goal. It is just inside the 6-yard box. Beautiful cross from the right-hand side. The boot was thrust out. The goalkeeper was committed more to that right-hand side than in the heart of the goals, and it was open. They had to connect, and they do. And a terrific goal for the Melbourne Serbian team, and they score in the first 3 minutes. They're 1, Hoppers Crossing 0. Just too much for them in regard to open spaces, and they're able to finish it off. And it came from the boot of Ninkovic, who thrust his boot at that just on the edge of the 6-yard box. So 1-0 straight away. Hoppers Crossing under the pump as they try and get it outside their defensive area. Bartulu, little ball to his teammate who has it turned over. That's Murarabu. And in the end, they go back for the first time tonight. Melbourne, Serbia. And it's knocked back by Bartulu again towards Hill. It's at halfway, though, for Melbourne, Serbia. They head it down. Trying to get hold of it, but not able to control it. It was Chizzy for Hoppers Crossing. A player brought down right on halfway as they're just inside the attacking half on the far side. And he early yellow card against Melbourne, Serbia for a very rough challenge indeed. And a free going the way of Hoppers Crossing in trail 1-0 in our stream of this round 6 of the Doherty Cup. 1-0. Good start so far by the Melbourne Serbian team, who made their way up into VPL 2 after winning State League Southeast 1 last year. And they've started to put together a few trophies in recent times, going 28 years without one. Club that was formed back in 1963 by the Serbian community. Low and flat, the defence is there. Davies does well to spin it away, and then a pass down the right-hand side. Hill leaves his line. He comes out and thrusts the right foot into it and puts it right over the sideline. And it will be going the way of Melbourne Serbia again, who've had more possession. I should say McCall, the goalkeeper for Hoppers Crossing. He's had a bit of work to do. Josh Hill not so much so far. Headed down. Still inside the defensive half. Few headers from both teams in front of the coaches' area on the outer side to where we're broadcasting from. Now they go back. Vartuli looking to work his way through for Hoppers Crossing. And a lovely red and yellow strip going down the left-hand side. Ball turned over. Not able to get hold of it and control at Hoppers, which has been a bit of an issue for them so far. Now they have possession towards Harata. Too long for him, trapped on the edge of the 18-yard area. 2-on-1 against Hoppers Crossing. Close to the line. Is it kept alive? Trying to keep it alive. Is O. He's not able to, and it goes out. Over the byline. And it will be Hill. So McCall had that goal scored against him early days for the Hoppers Crossing team. So Josh Hill for Melbourne SRBIJA with the ball. High ball. Harata manages to volley it away. Comes out again towards O. He couldn't get hold of it. And again, a long ball by Hoppers Crossing, miles away. Off target, over the byline again. Collected by Josh Hill, the goalkeeper. So it's 1-0 inside 10 minutes. Football Victoria stream, Dan Lonergan with you. Big game tonight at Grange Reserve. Home of the Hoppers Crossing Football Club. Conceded an early goal. Hill, a long ball inside the attacking half to the far side. Headed down again by Serbia. They're tightening up their defence a little bit. Now, Hoppers Crossing getting players on goal side to protect their goalkeeper, Josh McCall. The ball, though, goes off Hoppers Crossing players and thrown back into play. Defensive ball. Looking to control it around the far side. In close, though. Hoppers do well to strip it away. In the middle of the park now. Looking to win it. Harata does well down the right-hand side to O, but a defender comes across his path. He's happy to concede and put it over the sideline. It might even be a corner. It is. He's put it over the byline, but that was good defence. Getting goal side, protecting his goalkeeper, Josh Hill. He'll have his first decent look tonight, as there'll be a corner kick. They'll go for a little short one. In fact, it was actually a throw. I thought it might have been a corner kick, not quite. And again, it's going to be an opportunity here for the Melbourne Serbian team to reload, and this time it is over the byline. We're up on the hill here, and there's a lot of people milling around that area where Melbourne SRBIJA are defending at the city end of Grange Reserve. Goal scored at the Geelong end, if you like. Left of your screen, if you're watching the stream. 1-0, early days for Melbourne SRBIJA. High ball by Hill. Headed down and over the sideline. Got a decent nod on that to the Melbourne Serbian player in Max Ilic. His brother Miloš is one of the subs tonight. Little ball at close quarters, Vartuli. Turned over again. Basic in the middle of the park, but he can't get control of it. Now here's the chance for Rada down the left-hand side. Good ball. Had the goalkeeper on the left-hand side in Hill under some pressure, but luckily for him, the ball just wasn't decent enough for O to run onto it. And it runs over the byline. But he was caught napping on that left side then, Hill. And there was an open opportunity for Hoppers Crossing, a bit like the goal that Melbourne SRBIJA were able to convert inside the first 5 minutes. They bring it down the right-hand side again. The defence okay. And it's hooked over the sideline. Getting on goal side just outside the 18-yard area is Kostanowski. He did well then to hook a left footer, even though it's going to be taken by the Melbourne Serbian team. Adjacent to the 18-yard area, a throw to the 18-yard area, footed away, high ball again. Goalkeeper's there and takes it nicely, McCall. Had a couple of opponents around him ready to nod it if it had a little bit more hang time in it, but he took that beautifully like a mark in Australian rules football. Gets it back inside the attacking half. Davies tried to get it down, loses control of it. Won by Amena. Amena in the middle of the park for Hoppers Crossing down the left-hand side. The defence good though by Melbourne SRBIJA. They're getting their numbers back inside the 18-yard area. You can see all the white shirts there protecting the goalkeeper Hill. But the first corner of the night picked up for Hoppers Crossing. Quite a good crowd here at Grange Reserve for this Doherty Cup match as they look to advance, despite the fact that it's been a tough time for them in the league. without having a win so far. A lot of players milling around the 18-yard area, the heart of the 18-yard area in the 6-yard box. Attempted head, it was a beautiful cross. And Amano, one of the smallest players there, that was loose marking by the taller players involved with Melbourne SRBIJA, allowing an open header for Ameno, but his problem was he just had a little bit too much on it and it sails over the crossbar. So an opportunity goes begging for Hoppers Crossing to level the scores inside 15 minutes. It's 1-0 favouring Melbourne SRBIJA. Pass out wide now. Down the left-hand side, Bassick. A couple of opponents on him. Loses control of it. One back in midfield. Can't get control of it again. Good play to get a boot on that for the Melbourne Serbian team. Just over to clear it. A little bit there was Lakic towards the outer side. And they will win possession right on halfway. The team in white. Crossing doing a bit better. They're a bit loose the first 5 minutes in regard to getting their numbers back. But one inside the attacking half by Serbia. Here's Bassick again. He's got a player running for him inside in Ninkovic. Turnover though. Now won by Harada. Harada under some pressure inside the defensive half, just outside the 18-yard area. Luckily they got numbers there. Hoppers Crossing 3-on-2. Bassick tries to beat two opponents on his own for Melbourne SRBIJA, and they do. Well done. Vatuli gives it up for Hoppers Crossing. Well played by Bassick. Brings it back to Davies, the big centre back. He elects to switch to the right-hand side. Had too much on that, and it's out of play. And it will be taken by Hoppers Crossing inside their defensive half. 1-0 the score. Early goal by Melbourne SRBIJA. With the goalkeeper well beaten, McCall. And it was open. Just on the edge of the 6-yard box for Melbourne SRBIJA to put it away and give themselves that advantage. As a throw down the line by Hoppers Crossing was headed over the sideline by Melbourne SRBIJA. Hoppers Crossing get it back. Just slightly inside their attacking half. Trying to win control, Davies. One back by Ameno, but he loses control of it. Again, good work by Melbourne SRBIJA. They knock their opponent off the line of the ball. And they get the last touch on it, Hoppers. And Melbourne SRBIJA in possession inside their attacking half to the Geelong end. Nice throw to halfway. He didn't get hold of that one. Lakic, high ball. Bassick coming to meet it now. The header's there and put over the sideline by Kay. One of the solid defenders on the edge of the 18-yard box for Hoppers Crossing, the home team. And Ninkovic. Pass inside the 18-yard area. Trapped. Back to Ninkovic. Finds his teammate who elects to go defensively. Lakic. Back to Davies. He's got some work to do. He is kept honest by O. And eventually the goalkeeper nearly turns it over as it went back to him, Hill. And now they turn it over in mid-pitch. Here's O. O, though, kicks into bodies. And luckily for Melbourne SRBIJA, they just couldn't quite get their passes going. There were some bodies in the road, maybe accidentally in the end, around the 18-yard penalty area for Melbourne SRBIJA, as they turned it over a couple of times dangerously well inside the defensive half. The visitors, who lead 1-0 inside 20 minutes in this round 6 Doherty Cup match, the first of the round 6 fixtures, many of them to be played next week. Great pleasure to be here at Grange Reserve for the Football Victoria stream. Long ball towards halfway. Comes from the boot of Hill. Headed down by Melbourne SRBIJA. Here's Bassick. He has it turned over, but then he's brought to ground. Just as Hoppers Crossing were pouncing through the agency of Yoshiro. We've got a few Japanese players in this Hoppers Crossing team, and he's one of them. Now a chance for Bassick. Marco Bassick. The big wall forming on the edge of the 18-yard area. Gets it low and flat. Trying to get it away. Hoppers Crossing, but it was trapped cleverly by SRBIJA. And then a shot at goal went right over the crossbar by a long way. He had to lift it high because there was a lot of red shirts in front of him. And he misses the target by plenty. It was a nice little trap by Ryan Brown. Down to Bassick, who was the player that was involved in the free kick, then got himself in the right position to, if you like, take the crumbs from the defending chest provided by Ryan Brown in front of the defence. So McCall has conceded an early goal. Gets it out now to Kay for Hoppers crossing. Kay down the right-hand side, a high ball to the top. Yashiro's there, but he's got an opponent goal side, forcing it over the sideline, but it will be a Hoppers crossing ball in front of their social club rooms. They're down 1-0. Early stages of this game. They haven't got the scoreboard working tonight, so I'm not sure what the time is, but they win it in the middle of the park. Turnover though. Harada tried to win it. Davies is there for Serbia. Saving the day. Back to the goalkeeper. He's had a bit of work to do in recent times, Hill. High ball. Headed away again. They can't get hold of it. Basic does well. Throws his boot at it. Turns it over though. Right on halfway. And Hoppers win it back again. Big Davies, that big body. Controlling things nicely for Melbourne Serbia. Basic a through ball down the right-hand side. Good defence though by Hoppers crossing, and they win the footy over the sideline, and they will get possession. The defence has been a bit better after a sluggish start, going more goal side when there's been the occasional through ball coming in from Melbourne Serbia. Cameron Davies, as we mentioned, been very good so far in the centre-back position for Melbourne Serbia. Hoppers crossing, trying to win possession, can't. It's in the defensive half. Player was brought down just as the ball had gone out, and it'd be a Melbourne Serbian free kick, I think. They'll take the spot kick. Basic again, the spot kick taker. Took it on this left side. He'll take it on the right side now. Try and curl it in. There's a lot of players of putting themselves in between the 18-yard area and the 6-yard box. Try and get plenty of curl on this Basic if he can, who's been prominent so far. It's low and flat and not good. Cleared by Hoppers crossing, but not for long. Lackett gets in the road again. Back to Basic, but has it turned over. Here's Hoppers now. On the run, down the left-hand side. Trying to control it. Under pressure and over the sideline. Starting to get their game going, the home team, with quite a big crowd on the hill on the other side, as well as on this side of the ground as well. The pitch in immaculate condition here at Grange Reserve. And eventually a free kick given in the middle of the pitch to go the way of Melbourne Serbia, just slightly inside their attacking half, and they lead 1-0. They go back now to Davies. He is a massive figure. He's 6'5", 6'6", maybe even bigger than that. No doubt the food bill at home would be enormous. Down the right-hand side, looking to try and control it. Sometimes they're not controlling as well as they would like, and Hoppers are doing well to break up those passes. But at times, because they're so close to the sideline, they're turning it over, and they've turned it over again. But getting in the road, Harada throws his boot at it for Hoppers, but no one on the end of it, and cleaned up on the edge of the 18-yard area by the goalkeeper. Hill for Melbourne Serbia. Got a couple of players wide. He was thinking of throwing it, but he gets it long inside the attacking half. Here's a chance down the right-hand side now for Melbourne Serbia. Getting on the edge of the 18-yard box. Good defence, though, by Hoppers crossing. Having to go back. Now a pass to Basic again. Goes inside once more to Lakic. Lakic sharing it. Close to the line. Looking for a way through. And then eventually a good pass on the edge of the 18-yard area, and Hoppers had to concede a corner kick. Their defence realising they're in some trouble, and they just put it over the crossbar. So 1-0, and a corner kick to go the way of Melbourne Serbia as they bring their players down. Davies being one of those. Basic is at the back of that crowded area. He may nearly get there. It's almost a handball against Amena. And now here's a chance to try and control it. He's under pressure. He's got 2 or 3 opponents around him. He did okay, Ryan Brown. And eventually he got another opportunity as he swings it in towards the far goalpost. And in the end, the header just goes over the crossbar. And their defence were betwixt and between then. The Hoppers Crossing defence. The goalkeeper was also offline. And a golden opportunity for Melbourne SRBIJA to lead 2-0. But Ryan Brown very clever there as he was boxed in on the left-hand side and managed to keep a cool head with some support. So, under a lot of pressure at the moment. McCall, high ball to the halfway mark, headed down by Melbourne SRBIJA, back inside the attacking half. Brown gets a header on it. Bassick there, can't take it. Turnover again in midfield. Controlling it at the back, Kay. Kay goes wide to Vartuli of Hoppers Crossing. Down the right-hand side, looks for O. O jumps through 1, jumps through 2, but can't get it back again. Great play, Davies. Good play now by Bassick. Bassick now down the left-hand side. Ninkovic's got it. He's just on the edge of the 18-yard area. Lovely ball and then a lovely save as he swings it in on the left-hand side. The goalkeeper was there protecting the left-hand post closest to where we're broadcasting. That, of course, is McCall, and he whacks it over the byline and concedes a corner kick for Melbourne SRBIJA, who are doing all the attacking, and they're certainly playing with more fluency than Hoppers Crossing at the moment. A lot of the players hovering around the edge of the goalpost. It's a deep ball. A header comes down from Davies. Didn't quite get enough on it. Kept alive again, though. Bassick once more kicks into bodies. Well played by Harada. He was in the road there and puts it over the sideline. It's going to be a Serbian ball. They've had certainly more of the ball and more of possession and more of it inside the attacking half at the Geelong end of the ground. And they get another opportunity through Ninkovic. To throw it high, balloon it in, head it away once, twice, 3 times by Hoppers Crossing. They'll try and clear it again. Down the right-hand side. Oh, but once more, the issue with Hoppers when they may be getting an opportunity inside their attacking half is they're being outnumbered. Yoshino involved in that exchange. Kilpatrick as well. Harry Kilpatrick, who has scored a goal in this cup campaign so far. Opportunity now for the ball to be cleared by Davies. Close to the line, kept alive by SRBIJA. Turned over again at the back by Hoppers Crossing. They'll bring it down again, but they're having trouble putting passes together. Kostanowski and Chizzy both turn it over. It's inside the defensive half. Once more Kay at the back, but he can't find a target either. And Yoshina goes after it. Chizzy does well to pinch the pocket of a couple of opponents. Brings it out the left-hand side now. Kilpatrick goes wide. Amena, but he might have been offside. He was heading down that left-hand side at the Melbourne end, attacking profusely for Hoppers Crossing. That was a little bit better from the home team, but they're still down 1-0. Halfway mark of the first half. Coolish evening, but fine, if that makes any sense. It is Melbourne. It should make a lot of sense with the weather as we hit the end of autumn and approach winter. It's going to get very, very cold at night. But a pleasant day today, around 18 degrees. More of the same tomorrow with beautiful blue skies expected in the best city in the world. High ball down the right-hand side. Headed on again. Numbers at the back. A little bit lazy in attempting to clear that. Kay kicked it into bodies but got it back on the ricochet at halfway. Cleared at the back again by Melbourne SRBIJA. Vartuli, he's a little bit hesitant. He had an opponent right on his hammer. Waited for the ball to get inside the 18-yard area, then headed it gently to the goalkeeper McCall, who grabs it. Gets it back inside the attacking half, only slightly. 1-0 lead at the moment for Melbourne SRBIJA. They get it back inside their attacking half and their defensive half, the visitors. And once more, though, this is a lazy play because the pass was not great from Hoppers Crossing. They were looking to get it back to the goalkeeper and he realised it was getting away from him. and he had trouble controlling it. And it's going to be a corner kick from a defensive ball that normally should find a target and didn't find a target from Hoppers Crossing. But as I say, defending a lot better than they did in the first few minutes, they conceded that goal within 3 minutes. Bassick again. An opportunity with a lot of players crowding the heart of the 18-yard penalty area. Only one defender. 4 Hoppers Crossing next to the goalkeeper, as you can see in our stream. Curling ball to the 6-yard box. Again, a header. A lot of players got up for Serbia. They put it over the byline. Decent purchase on the nod, but unfortunately it's skewed away. So no harm done for Hoppers Crossing. You try 1-0. Pass out wide to Kay. From McCall. Bartoli. Yoshino was caught off balance. And it's footed away over the sideline by Nenkovic of Melbourne Serbia. Bartoli to win the throw. Well inside the defensive half. He goes back to Kay. Back to Bartoli. Gee, he was a bit flat-footed there. Harada turned over by Bassick. Bassick is hemmed in close to the byline, and where the sideline meets with it, goes back towards midfield. Nenkovic gets it on the left-hand side. Nearly a turnover, and now they win possession. A chance for Amena. Amena does well. He beats Davies, and then he tries to leapfrog over an opponent who defends stoutly and puts it over the sideline. Good defence by Melbourne Serbia. They've got a bit more pace, I reckon, Hoppers Crossing, when they get going. You've just got to put the passes together. I think they can beat their opponents on the outside, who are a much taller, bigger team. Kay's there at the back as they got it just inside the attacking half from the throw then, Melbourne Serbia. Kay receives again from Chizzy. Now down in the direction of Amena. Amena heads it on again, but only as far as the goalkeeper. Leafley takes it. Hill inside the 18-yard area, defending stoutly at the city end. Out now to Nenkovic. Nenkovic now turns a couple of opponents inside out. Does well. One of them was Harada, goes back to Hill, and Hill heads out the right-hand side. They're switching nicely here, Melbourne Serbia. Trying to certainly put pressure on the Hoppers Crossing defence, pushing him from one side of the pitch to the other. But on that occasion, that pass didn't stick, didn't find the target, and it is out of play. Just trying to work out who might have had the last touch. Actually, it was Hoppers Crossing. I thought Melbourne Serbia had the last touch on the outer side. They lead 1-0. Well inside the second half of the first half. And they'll set up again right on halfway as they're going backwards to go forward. Davies. Nenkovic, who's been solid so far. Bassick. Bassick now looking to charge through. Turns it over though. Kay. Bartoli for Hoppers Crossing. Lobbing ball by Kay. That was nearly handball. It was handball. Yeah, and I think he knew it too. Absolutely knew it. Lakic was hoping he might get away with it, but was pretty confident he wouldn't, and he didn't. Narada now on halfway for Hoppers Crossing. He puts his boot into it. Cleared at the back again by the defenders. Standing firm on the edge of the 18-yard area. Down the right-hand side now. Trying to run onto it. Serbia doing well, but again, good defence. Player was brought down. I reckon that's nearly going to be a free. He was just outside the 18-yard area. It was a mighty, mighty run from Ryan Brown. And he stayed on goal side. And then he was brought down. It was more of to me, a clumsy, almost accidental challenge. I know he was trying to stop his opponent, but I'm not sure that it was intended to finish up like that. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt anyway. Those that know the game a bit better than me may say that, Daniel, that was blatant, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But anyway, it's going to be a free. Not far from the 18-yard area. Remembering, if it gets in the 18-yard area and a player's brought down and the ref decides to give a free, he gives a penalty. So, tucked in, right on the edge of the byline, looking to curl it in. And that was going to be very, very hard because when you tuck so close to the byline, to curl it in like that, the result is going to be what has happened. It's gone way out of play, harmlessly across the goal face. So Hoppers Crossing win possession again. Kay, high ball inside the attacking half. Well done by Big Davies, just getting size 11 boot in there and putting it over the sideline. Ninkovic was there with him, but winning possession, Hoppers Crossing in front of their adoring fans. Down 1-0. They conceded that goal in the first 3 minutes, the home team. Little pass. Yoshina. Vartuli. Vartuli's pass from one side of the pitch to the other is inaccurate. And it will be a Melbourne Serbian ball. Headed ball now. Chizzy tried to get involved there for Hoppers Crossing. At the back, defence was okay for Hoppers. Kay and Vartuli sharing in the defensive half. Tuarada getting busier, two opponents around him. Tried to knock it down the line, looking for a minute to run onto it. But Davies was in position and it just didn't quite have the accuracy as it goes over the sideline. Ninkovic to take it now for Melbourne Serbia, who hang on to this 1-0 lead, looking to advance into round 7. It's headed away by Chizzy, right on halfway for Hoppers Crossing. And then good defence by Big Davies, who gets in on the smaller statured Amena. And he nods it over the line to concede for Melbourne Serbia. Vartuli. Yoshina. Virtually blowing it over the sideline, hoping that they might win possession, Melbourne Serbia, knowing that Yoshina had last touch and Melbourne Serbia win it again through Ninkovic. Gets it to halfway. Chizzy's in the road again. Another decent header from him. Yoshina. But intercepted by Davies. Does well on the left. His pass is good. Set up now. There it's still onside. Good ball down to the right-hand side. Here's Ryan Brown now. Couple of opponents around him on the edge of the 18-yard area. Cuts inside. Good defence by Hoppers Crossing. Back to Davies again. Now there's a shot. Good stop on the right-hand side by McCall. They had 2 attempts there, but he did well there, McCall, to control and protect that right-hand side, and he did. Conceded 1 goal early, but been pretty good since because they've been peppering a little bit, Melbourne Serbia. Ball's back inside the defensive half now, and they have to defend. As Hoppers Crossing trying to put some decent passes together, which has been a bit of an issue. Lobbing ball, again, the defenders are there. They managed to get it away, but only momentarily. They win it down the left-hand side. Hoppers Crossing looking to find a way through. Again, closed off by the defence. Getting very, very deep indeed and wide to support the goalkeeper, Hill. Again, they win possession. Kilpatrick for Hoppers Crossing. Pass towards the 18-yard area. Gets towards the deepest defender, who has to go back and does in Ninkovic. And he gives it to Hill, who foots it out towards halfway. Again, they've got players everywhere on this left-hand side. They've been outnumbered too often, Hoppers Crossing, as we've said, and their defenders again performed stoutly. Ninkovic involved, Basic as well, who normally plays in a striking role going back to support. Now Hoppers Crossing win control. Amena couldn't control it. Again, the defenders are there. Heading ball down. Amena goes after it, but Hill is able to vacuum it in right on the edge of the 18-yard area. Long high ball deep inside the attacking half. Headed down close to the sideline, and it will be again a Melbourne Serbian ball. Probably 60-40 in possession so far in this first half. And when Hoppers have got control of it, they haven't been able to hold on to possession often enough. And the defence has been good. Now a long ball looking for Basic. Didn't have enough on it from Lakic. And eventually pushed over the sideline. Player was pushed into it by Amena for Melbourne Serbia. Bartoli, Yoshina, and Mena. Turned over again. Doing a good job here, Melbourne Serbia. The player getting hold of that is Kapanas, has been very solid as a holding midfielder. Back now to Hill, who leaves his 18-yard area and is able to get it down nicely to the right-hand side. Brown switching to Basic, who's on his own. Basic now kicks into bodies. Well done, Bartoli, just outside the 18-yard area. Kapanas, a little touch from Melbourne Serbia. Davies at the back. Again, he headed it down. Kapanas couldn't control it, surprised him a bit. And eventually it rolls out of play inside the attacking half for Hoppers Crossing. Back now to Ninkovic. 1-0 the lead. Throw to halfway. Controlled better by the Hoppers Crossing defence. Oh, wins it now. Is there a handball against Melbourne Serbia? Thought there might have been. Oh, thought there was. Maybe another one again. Lots of supporters on that far side baying for blood. They thought there should have been 2 handballs against Melbourne Serbia inside the attacking half. And now the visitors have it. Running onto it, Brown. Brown on the right-hand side. 3 opponents after him. He's brought down. But it is not going to be a free kick. He was brought down late as he tried to control that, looking to get it inside the 18-yard area with a cross. But because of the pressure from behind, it just rolls over the byline. Lovely save, lovely defence again by Hoppers Crossing. It might have been a bit unlucky they didn't get at least one free kick for handball inside their attacking half on the left-hand side, far side to where we're broadcasting from here at Grange Reserve. Long ball towards the halfway mark, headed away, well done by Kapanas. At the back, Kay, he was under the pump, but he did well to keep his calm, and he was cool enough to head it to McCall. Back to Kay now, brings it out slowly, carefully. Amena overruns it. Here's Kapanas again, has been pretty good. He was under a bit of pressure from Amena, cleared by Hoppers Crossing, but across the face, not out of the defensive area to the attacking half. And in the end, Harada was boxed in on the right-hand side as far as Hoppers Crossing were concerned, deep in defence. And once more, they've turned the ball over, the home team. And Ninkovic will win it for the Melbourne Serbian team. Nikolic's passes in short. Kapanas, Basic, Nikolic. Again, the defence good. They clear it, but straight down to Melbourne Serbia, and they have a long shot from just outside the 18-yard area. There was no one there to protect the defence, and just misses to the left-hand side. Luke Bliggin was the player there. High ball to halfway. Turnover inside. Basic. And again, another player for Melbourne Serbia going down. Dragged down. Another yellow card. Second one against Hoppers Crossing. Kapanas, the player brought down. The ball living in Melbourne Serbia's attacking half, after scoring early to lead 1-0. So Basic, an important member of this side, will take it. Papadimitrov been involved a little bit too. High ball, but well taken. It was open for McCall to take that cleanly, but there's no one there as he just throws that on the boot indiscriminately, and it rolls inside the defensive half of Melbourne Serbia. It's put back towards Hill, but he puts it off the side of the boot. So the two goalkeepers not executing their kicking game all that well with their most recent kicks, and Hoppers win possession inside the attacking half. Cleared at the back again. Well played, Nikolic has been good, but only as far as Kay. Controlling it on halfway for Hoppers Crossing. Out to Bartoli. Bartoli now. Cute little ball. Nice backheel ball. And then But again, Nikolic's in the road, and Davies is there, and he just roosts it over the sideline. He's a big man, as we've said a few times, and gets plenty on that. And he's happy to give it up, knowing that he's been able to defend and bide his team some time. Melbourne SRBIJA, who lead 1-0. Getting cooler by the minute. Hands are almost frozen. To the back now, Davies with a very high long ball. Inside the attacking half, getting back again. Good defence by Hoppers crossing, but only as far as Brown, who does well to run onto it. Then he nearly loses control of it. Good defence at the back by Hoppers. Brown back again. Kapanas, he was flat-footed. And his opponent, Harada, he was on the move. Goes through and then down the left-hand side. They stay on side, but the defence is good by Melbourne SRBIJA. Again, the Hoppers crossing defence, which, as we said, has tightened up. And Kostanoski was very good on that occasion. On that far side, able to clear and control for the moment. So Melbourne SRBIJA in possession. Inside their defensive half. The goalkeeper, Hill, down that right-hand side. Headed away again by Kilpatrick. He puts it over the sideline. And again, possession for Melbourne SRBIJA in a potentially dangerous situation. Close to the sideline. Brown has a couple of opponents around him. It's better defence by Hoppers to make it tough for SRBIJA to try and work their way through with a bit of a maze of red around them. Pass down the outer side, and SRBIJA had the last touch over the sideline. They win possession. Hoppers crossing. 1-0 lead for Melbourne SRBIJA. Goal scored inside the first 5 minutes in this round 6 of the Doherty Cup. Great effort by Hoppers to win 3 games. One of them, of course, was in penalty shootout after being 2-2 against the Western Eagles. One of their local rivals, I suppose, in the western suburbs of Melbourne. Many teams in this part of the world. Did a game recently, North Sunshine Eagles. Not that far away from here. Beautiful downtown Hoppers crossing inside the attacking half. Here's Kapanas again. Under the pump, he loses control of it. Good play, Kostanoski. Amena, but that's not a great ball. Stopped at the back again by the defence. It's been very good, very resolute from SRBIJA, but they couldn't control this one. Harry Kilpatrick, through ball, but again the defence at the back. In the road for Melbourne SRBIJA. They look to try and win possession. Thrusting a boot here and there, but they lose control of it through Kostanoski, one of their tall defenders, to another one, Kay. He's at left back. Kostanoski slips over at right back as the ball comes back in again towards the 18-yard area. Luckily, Kay was right next to Kostanoski, and he is a bit like the janitor. He'll clean up at the back. He's not quick. He brings it down the left-hand side, and it's intercepted by Basic. But he turns it over. Yoshina. Vatuli. Kay. Back to the goalkeeper, McCall. Just steps off his line. Down to the far side now. Turnover once more. Midfield. Good play. Inside to Brown. Brown, a couple of opponents around him. Fends them off. Little ball from Kapanas. Throws his boot at it. Good defence again. Brown after it once more. Player down just outside the 18-yard area for the Hoppers crossing team. The ref's blown the whistle. Might have been studs up there, as both players were just throwing the boot at it. Hoppers trying to defend it. And SRBIJA obviously just outside that 18-yard area, looking to get it inside into a dangerous situation as far as their opponents are concerned, to maybe score a second goal. So hopefully that player's okay. checking to see if he's going to be okay. It's Austin Kilpatrick. Taken by the goalkeeper McCall for Hoppers Crossing to halfway. Headed away by Big Davies. Not a lot effectively. Headed down again. Gee, well played by Brown. Brown did well to leapfrog his opponent, win control of the ball and switch it from the outer side to our broadcast side. Taken down the left-hand side for Melbourne Serbia by Basic. He gets it now to Nikolic. Nikolic receives again from Basic and he's offside. He'd beaten 2 or 3 opponents, but the last time he received it, he was offside. He was just working his way through the puzzle of red and yellow inside the 18-yard area. It was good passing by those 2 players, Basic and Nikolic, for Melbourne Serbia, and they nearly had the goalkeeper in trouble, where it might have been him and Nikolic, but he was just offside. So high ball straight down the middle, and that's half-time. And a good half of football. Melbourne Serbia probably having the better of it. They scored early days. Hoppers Crossing then tightened it up a bit in the certainly second half of that first half. But Melbourne Serbia have been very, very good. Very solid down back. And they've done a great job and they deserve their lead of 1-0. But a lot of football still to be played. And Hoppers Crossing doing a good job here, hosting this game in round 6 of the Doherty Cup. Can they come back, at least take it to extra time and maybe penalties and survive once more like they did in their previous match? But at half-time in this Doherty Cup round 6 encounter on the NPL stream, it is Melbourne Serbia 1, Hoppers Crossing 0.
Welcome back to Grange Reserve. I'd also like to thank young Kapanas's dad for getting the pronunciations right for me. Itch for the number of players playing for the Ilic and Ninkovic playing for the Melbourne Serbian team, who are at this stage leading 1-0 as we get the second half underway. And they scored early days, but they've certainly been better in the back half of that first half. Hoppers, their defence in particular was very good. So here's a chance now for Brown, but he kicks into bodies for the Melbourne Serbian team. Amena's there, but good defence at the back. But Amena comes in after Josh Hill and did very, very well. I thought they took it a bit lackadaisically then, Melbourne Serbia, as they seemed to have it in control. They were certainly defensively playing it back by Milosevic, and Amena, who he'd beaten to the pump for the ball to get it back to Josh Hill, just didn't stop running. Put a bit of pressure on Hill. But anyway, Hill has possession. Heads to the outer side for the Serbian team, who win it now at halfway. They head it down. Again, the defence is good. Put over the sideline by Alexander Kay of Hoppers on halfway. So round 7 after this. And then if you get through round 7, everyone in Australia involved in the round of 32, which includes the A-League teams, of course, into the second leg of the preliminary finals, if you like, or semi-finals. Wellington and Melbourne victory. 0-0 in that game. Wellington with the advantage as they play at home, and Central Coast are at home, and they lead 2-1 against Sydney FC. Central Coast looking to win the triple. Swinging ball as they had the corner kick, and then another shot at goal. Has it gone in? It's gone in. It was a corner kick, and then it was defended stoutly by the Hoppers Crossing defence. But unfortunately, they'd set up a wall as far as Hoppers Crossing were concerned. Fortunately for Melbourne Serbia, they were able to put it away past the diving, forlorn effort of McCall. And Melbourne Serbia a step closer to going on, leading 2-0. Didn't get all of it, but got enough of it to put it away. So 2-0, Melbourne Serbia. Yashina goes back now to Kay. Kicking into bodies again, another turnover. It's been a real issue for Hoppers. They just haven't been able to put the passes together. Players put down, though, just inside the attacking half. Harada, one of a number of Japanese players. Great to see in this Hoppers lineup, who are down 2-0 now. And again, early in the second half, like it was early in the first half. Back now. Amena receives from Kay. Turnover now. Yoshina. Player was brought down. Melbourne Serbian player. And it was a late call because Yoshina was in control. Had a couple of opponents confronting him on the edge of the 18-yard area. And then just behind him, the Melbourne Serbian player had gone down. I was watching the ball and watching the play with the ball in Yoshina of Hoppers Crossing. And if he was put down behind the play. And then it took the ref a little while to blow the whistle. So we'll see what happens here. Alistair Kilpatrick was replaced at half-time. Mirabu came on for Hoppers Crossing. Not sure that he'll come off at this stage. Melbourne Serbian player walking towards us. But I think they'll win possession. He'll go over the sideline and just get some treatment. That falls off the side of the boot from Hill. One by Chissy. Down the left-hand side. Can they find a way through? Mena's been okay. He's been busy. Kicks into bodies again. Ricocheted away. High ball to the middle of the park. Well played by Kay. Nice header. He's controlled things nicely. The player getting some treatment is Milosevic. Looks to be okay now. He's back on. And it goes over the sideline on the outer side. 2-0. Goals early in the first half and second half for Melbourne Serbia. Down the right-hand side, Harada, but nothing on the end of that. Just a kick in hope, or a pass in hope. Controlling to his own advantage is the goalkeeper again. Hill has been pretty solid. Although some of his kicking hasn't been great. That's not brilliant again. Cleared at the back by Kay, who knocks it back now to McCall. That's not marvellous either. High ball. Headed down by Melbourne Serbia, and again a player might almost be offside. Brown does well though to just stay onside and try and whip it back, but the defence is there, and it was over the byline. So they bring it out the right-hand side. Also involved there was Max Ilic. Now we're at halfway. But good defence again by Melbourne Serbia, but Yoshina was put down as they managed to just bring it inside their attacking half. So here's Harry Kilpatrick, who's been pretty good so far. One of the more defensive players on the pitch. Everyone's inside the attacking half for Hoppers, heading to the Geelong end in this second half. He lobs the ball to the 18-yard area, headed away again by the big figure of Davies. Gets it out now to Brown. Brown has given them good run. That pass is not great. Nearly getting in the road. Kilpatrick, he slipped over, but at the back. Constantinu gets it high again. Good play by Harada. Heads it down. Amena's there. Didn't make enough of that little chest. Looking for his teammate Chizzy. Controlled brilliantly by Brown. Traps it to his own advantage. Chizzy making him work for this. Turned over though in midfield again. Chizzy did well. Was involved as the tackler and then eventually the distributor. Harada's pass down the left-hand side. Yoshina coming across his path, Milosevic. And I think Yoshina might have had the last touch. Good defence again. This is what they've been really good at tonight. Getting back goal side. A little bit more often than Hoppers. The lead is 2-0 in favour of Melbourne Serbia. Milosevic, the header from Brown. Another header again. Second one better than the first one. He got it right in the middle. And again, good volleying and controlling by both teams. I love the game of Amena. He's probably been Hopper's best Amena tonight. He's been really good when his team hasn't had the ball and been pretty constructive when his team has had it, which hasn't been enough. And Chizzy reckons that he didn't have the last touch, that he thought that Melbourne Serbia's Ilic had the last touch. Right in front of our commentary position, so it's hard to tell because boots are being thrust left, right and centre. Wearing the dirty shorts, Milosevic, who's been pretty good tonight. Gets it down that right-hand side, and they're not happy, Melbourne Serbia. They thought again, Hoppers for the one last possession. Chizzy nearly turns it over. Kapanas is there, not able to control it. Taken from him by Harada of Hoppers, down the right-hand side again. Yoshina, too many opponents to deal with. Again, good defence, although Yoshina works hard. Being a bit quicker. As I've said a couple of times, Melbourne Serbia have got the bigger bodies. But I reckon on the outside, you'd back Hopper's speed and pace. But they haven't been able to get enough free ball tonight as they trail 2-0. Goals conceded early in the first and second halves by Hoppers crossing. Generally, though, I reckon McCall's done a pretty good job as the goalkeeper. Kay's at the back again. I've liked his game, been solid in defence for Hoppers. Now they've got a chance at midfield. This is Kilpatrick. He looks to step around a couple of opponents. Did very, very well. He beat Illich, and he goes wide now to the right-hand side. Looking to keep control, but again, the defence is good and they turn it over once more. Wonderful picking of the pocket. Illich wins it, but he was off balance. Couldn't get much distance in the pass. But luckily Davies is there to stop any move forward by Hoppers, but another turnover. Got it at halfway. Chizzy wins it once more. Gets it back now to Harada. Down the right-hand side, but once again, that defence has been impassable. But again, at halfway, Hoppers managed to win possession, but only as far as Milosevic towards Brown, but coming across his path and putting it over the sideline. Good defence by Hoppers crossing. It's Murababu, who's come on at half-time. Did well there, number 15. Play was held on to as he's trying to control it under pressure. He did well then, being a smaller man, to hold on to that. That is Pappas, who was held on to by his opponent, Kostanowski. So it's a set piece to go the way of Lakic. So Lakic on the right-hand side. A lot of players milling around the edge of the 18-yard area. So I think he might try and curl this in. Looking for the taller players to maybe get a decent header on it. It has to be a really good header because they're a long way from the goal mouth. They control it, but almost intercepted. Yoshina does well, but again, good defence at the back. Kapanas again, through ball. Brown receives out on the right-hand side. He hooks it back towards the teeth of goal, but it is right across the face and over the byline. It'll be a goal kick to go the way of Hoppers. 2-0. Pass to Kay. That was okay. Picks out Chizzy. Chizzy might be brought down, coming across the path, trying to stop that as Melbourne Serbia can't. Out to Harada now, but once more the defence in control, doing a good job. Hill. Davies, all getting a boot in there. And now it comes out Milosevic, who's been solid all night. Brown receives it, does well. From Illich, Milosevic. Back again now to Hill. Leaves the 18-yard area. Kicks it away once more. Brown chesting it. Has to go back. A lot of players getting touches. It's just in the middle of the pitch now. They might get things going here. But some of the passes not sticking. Good effort by Brown. Kapanas out to the left-hand side. Ninkovic. And down that left-hand side once more. Swinging ball right across the face. That's good play. Illich again. Pass into the middle of the pitch. Lobbing ball, Kapanas. Headed away! And just across the face. It was a good attempt. It was a beautiful lobbing ball right on the edge of the 18-yard area. And it just gets away. Illich was there, but just not able to put it on target. But I have a feeling that it was touched too by the goalkeeper. Scrambling he was, like crawling over broken glass to get to the pot of gold, just to get a hand on that. But I still wonder whether it was off target anyway, but he made sure of it. So a corner kick going the way of Melbourne Serbia. Another swinging deep ball, the defence is there, waiting down, good play by Illich. Max Illich to get a boot on that. They've always had a player protecting the 18-yard area when they've received a corner kick, Melbourne Serbia. That's how they scored their second goal tonight. So that if it is cleared by the defence, whether it be a header or the goalkeeper parrying it away, there's someone there at the 4 on the edge of the 18-yard box. And that was good play again. They didn't quite finish it off, though. They might now, although there's a turnover in midfield by Hoppers crossing, but only momentarily. They just can't put passes together. Remembering they're probably 2 divisions ahead playing the weekend competition. VPL 2 and third on the table, Melbourne Serbia, unfortunately on the bottom in State League Northwest to Hoppers Crossing, but performing a lot better in the Cup comp. But at the moment down 2-0 and staring oblivion in the face, but it's been a good effort and a good crowd here at Grange Reserve tonight as again the defence is solid. Milosevic of Melbourne Serbia brings it out the right-hand side. Brown standing on the edge of the sidelines. Down again to Milosevic once more. To Brown, who recovers. Brown to the top of the 18-yard area. Good defence though. Kostanowski did well. Got it down now to Amena, probably his team's best, but 3 opponents around him. He has to change direction. Gets it into the middle of the pitch. Chizzy now takes his time. Goes back to Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick brings it out now to Kay. Kay down the right-hand side. Chance to get some fluidity going. Good effort by Kilpatrick, but getting in the road. It's put over the sideline by Ninkovic. They start to make some changes here. Melbourne Serbia leading 2-0. Knowing they've got another game on the weekend when you've got cup football matches. And you've got the game in control. And you're in a strong position in your league competition as well, which Serbia are. Just one loss so far in the early part of the season. You've got to juggle your players around, knowing there's only a 3-day break, and give some players who are important a rest and give other guys a run for the last 15 minutes or so. So a sub being made. Milos Ilic, Max's brother, coming on, playing defence, probably for the last 20 to 25 minutes or so. Thrown down the sideline. Harada needs more support. This has often been an issue when the ball's been in dispute. Hoppers Crossing have found it hard when they've had 1 against 2 on regular occasions. Again, the defence good. Just getting a boot in here and a boot in there, the Serbian defence. They put it over the sideline, winning possession inside their attacking half, Hoppers, but not for long. Again, kicking into bodies, and once more, those white shirts prevailing nicely in their defensive half at the Geelong end. It's 2-0. Arriving. Hoppers, they can't control it properly though. Again, an opportunity for Melbourne Serbia. Milosevic has been so sturdy and reliable in defence. Brings it down the right-hand side to Brown. Brown, though, has it taken away from him. Marabu. But again, it's a volleying ball that comes back from Ilic. Max Ilic did well then. And Brown was there, but had a defender. Kostanowski come across his bows and left footer on the half volley over the sideline in front of the big crowd, all milling in front of the social club rooms. So taken by Milosevic. Gets it down now, close to the sideline, where the byline and sideline meet. Trying to clear. Chizzy gets it down. And a player is brought down as well. Dragged down from behind. One of the subs has just come on. Knight Sansa. And they switch from this side to the far side. Marabu waiting for it. Harada. Back now to Kay. Harada again. Down the right-hand side, ballooning ball. Player might have been held on to. Yoshina, he's trying hard to provide something as the main striker. He gets tucked in and then has the ball stripped once more by that resolute, reliable defence. And they got the last touch, Hoppers, in a forlorn effort to try and keep it alive. But once more, Melbourne Serbia winning possession. Just a little bit too strong at the moment, leading 2-0 with goals early in the first and second halves. Now it spills out to Milosevic. Milosevic puts the right foot into it. Close to the byline and sideline on the far side. Pass back inside. Good ball. Good effort by Ilic as he was able to cut inside. Threw his boot at it. And again, it just rolls across a little bit dangerously as far as Hoppers were concerned. The goal face at the Melbourne end, and there's going to be another corner kick as Hoppers had the last touch. So this is where they've created havoc and kept the Hoppers crossing defence on their toes, and the goalkeeper as well, McCall. As I've mentioned a couple of times, they've always had a player standing at the front of the 18-yard area, or maybe just outside the 18-yard area when the ball comes out, often by a header from the defence. Players go to ground as that pass was dipping. Now it heads out to the right-hand side, but once more Hoppers can't control it. The defence has been great, and even the players playing further up the field for Serbia have come back to help the defenders religiously all night. Kapanas did well to just thrust that boot at it. Down to Brown now as they switch cleverly to the right-hand side. Brown has to go back and get it as his pass misses the target. He finds Connor Lees as one of the subs for Serbia. And then that ball sails through along the ground. If that makes sense. And it will be a goal kick. Missed the target. There was no one there to get on the end of that. Working hard at the back. Marabu. Harada. Pass now to Chizzy. Can't control it. Loose ball down the right-hand side. Yoshina, too much on that. Very high, long, floating ball. And it will be a goal kick. He's had a lot of work to do tonight. The goalkeeper for Melbourne Serbia in Jared Hill. Knight Sansa has given them a bit of vim and vitality since he came on a few minutes ago for Hoppers Crossing. High ball. Headed down again. Marabu. There's Shizzy. Quick boot in that. Konstantinovski. Will it go out or stay in? Electing to get a boot at that one was Milosevic. Doesn't clear the 18-yard area. Good play. Inside the attacking half again by Kilpatrick. Lobbing little ball Yoshina. The defence though clears it once more for Melbourne Serbia. Yoshina. Kilpatrick. Back heel, clever by Kilpatrick. Close to the sideline. Yoshina back inside to Kilpatrick. Lobs it again, up one step. Not being on the move. Brown gets back in defence to help out. Milosevic turns it over. Kilpatrick, Harada, Yoshina. Another back heel, which was a bit too clever by half. And they turn it over once more through the middle of the park, Melbourne Serbia. Ilic involved. Player brought down. Again, great play. I thought it could have nearly been a free, but it was not given a free by the ref. It was just a very good front-on spoil to stop the momentum of Melbourne Serbia by Hoppers Crossing. But Serbia win it again at the back. Milosevic has been impassable, been outstanding. Brown's given them great run. And he will switch to the outer side now. Turned over. Down the left-hand side once more for Hoppers Crossing. But at the back, Hill tidies up once more. Waiting for it is Max Ilic. He's come on a few minutes ago. He might get it now. Hill's there. Although Hill will go a bit further. Approaching him. Well played. Stanza. Kilpatrick. Marabu. Lobbing ball. Clever by Harada, but turned over once more by lots of white shirts. Camped on the edge of the 18-yard penalty area. Brown's there again. In pursuit. Marabu. Back now to Milosevic. Right on halfway. The defence of Melbourne Serbia superb. And once more they just share it. Milosevic just gets it inside the attacking half now. Player nearly brought down by Harada, tried to pick his pocket without trying to bring him to ground. It was very clever. Then he kicks into the body of Brown, who has it taken away from him by the quick-moving Harada, who goes high, goes long, getting back on his line and waiting to see if it was going to drop. Alarmingly, was the goalkeeper. Hill, but it was too high and too long in the end for him to have to worry about. So it's comfortably sailing over the crossbar as another change is made by Hoppers Crossing late in this game as they trail 2-0. Knight Sansa has been good since coming on, number 18 for Hoppers Crossing. At the back again. For Hoppers, nearly a turnover. Couldn't control of Brown on this occasion. Good effort. Kostandinoski's been pretty good, but on that occasion beaten on a couple of occasions and he's off his line. He's got to get back now to help out and does. He got on goal side after going forward and then the ball was taken away from him for Hoppers. They bring it out the far side now. And here's the loping. Alex Kay has been a solid defender as well for Hoppers. Without him and Kostanoski, I think they could have been beaten by a bit more. They're down 2-0 at the moment. Yoshina, it's been that last ball inside the final third which has let them down as well. That pass was okay, actually, and a little bit of work for Hill to do. He had to move inside the 6-yard boxes. It looked like he was going to get away from him. He was slightly reactive, but in the end, he manages to gobble it up, take it comfortably. Player is down for Melbourne SRBIJA, just outside the 18-yard area. And he might come off, I think. Kapanas. Or is he going to stay on? No, looks like he'll come off. He's limping off. Hopefully he'll be okay for the weekend. Just a bit too much class and their defence has been superb tonight. Yeah, he's certainly coming off. Yeah, there's going to be another sub coming on. So Kapanas replaced, limping off. Hopefully for the Kapanas family, his father helped me out with pronunciations at half time. I thank him for that. Long ball. Too much on it, as it was well inside the attacking half for Melbourne SRBIJA. But again, Hoppers getting the last touch. So on the far side, thrown down again. Loose ball. Swinging ball towards the 18-yard area. Good defence at the back. Headed away by Marabu, who was right in front of the goalkeeper, McCall then. Now, still inside the defensive half. Taken at his bootlaces cleverly by Kilpatrick. He's got some skill and class. Look for Yoshina, but again had it taken away from him. He's tried pretty hard, but he's usually had an opponent on him, sometimes two opponents on him to try and stymie his influence, and that's been the issue. Just trying to put passes together, especially in the final third, and breaking down badly. Back inside the attacking half. Nearly a turnover again. Chizzy. Marabu. Kostandinoski. Kay. From one side of the pitch to the other. Heading out to the right-hand side. Little ball inside now for Hoppers. Looking to go. Yoshina. Turnover once more. Now a deep ball, but the defence solid. They head it away. Looking to get things going now. Harada chasing his opponent, who's got some pace and is brought down, but again, excellent defence. But he didn't give away a free kick, and Brown does well to just get his boot to ball, but it goes across the face and from one side of the pitch to the other, from the broadcast side to the outer side. And the great run through the middle provided by Serbia. They did a great job there. Through Ilic. All down the right-hand side. Can't quite keep it alive. Now here's Hoppers winning possession down the left-hand side. Looking to drive it long. Liam Zacharias has come on, and he got involved in that move forward. He scored 3 times this season in the league competition. But Zacharias had that pass broken down again by the reliable defence. So again, a back heel goes over the sideline. Yashina into bodies. Once more, the defenders are there as an outlet, looking to start attacking. And they do. Brown is onside. Had too much on it. It was too straight. It needed to be wider. And charging out, getting on goal side was Moravu, who's been good since coming on in this half of Hoppers Crossing. Was the goalkeeper McCall, and he puts it over the sideline. Saves the day once more. Milosevic, who's been very, very good. The header, though, intercepted by Kilpatrick. Yashina. Nice answer. Can't control it. Kizzy wasn't able to also get a decent boot on it for Hoppers Crossing. Brown. Pass inside. Lobbing ball again, intercepted. Good play at the back by Hoppers Crossing. Moravu, then out to the right-hand side. Amena, who's been really, really good. He just keeps it alive, stabs the ball back and inboard to Yashina. Back to Amena, back to Yashina. Nearly loses his footing. Turned over again by the reliable defence of Melbourne Serbia. Lead 2-0 in the closing stages of this one. Pass out wide to Brown. Brown will stab it back cleverly and casually. But knowing what he had to do to Milosevic and to Ilic. Milosevic again in midfield. Controlling it nicely. Now they can set things up down the left-hand side. Player nearly brought down, Basic. Again, he was trying to make something dangerous as far as Hoppers Crossing were concerned, and dangerous positively for Melbourne Serbia. But once more the tackling, I think the ref's done a pretty good job. There's been a little bit of tackling from the side and thrusting a boot out, but the ref has generally let most of those go tonight, except when they've been deemed as dangerous, and there's been a few yellow cards given. So Luka Nikovic also has come on, and tall player, playing as an attacking midfielder. As there's a player down, might be cramped for Hoppers Crossing. He may come off. Why not if they've got a game of the weekend? We're near the end and they're down 2-0, and chances of them winning probably not great. crowd have stayed. Here's McCall now at the Melbourne end. Again, it's an awkward kick. It's footed on. Good play to try and come forward by Melbourne SRBIJA, but the defence got back, and for one of the few times they've outnumbered Melbourne SRBIJA, whether it be in defence or attack. This time, though, that was a poor pass, looking to switch it up. Milosevic does well, gets it to Brown. Brown, a high ball, headed down, and it's well stopped. Has it gone in? No, it hasn't. Yes, it has. Well, it looked like the goalkeeper McCall had stopped it. He knocked it over the top, but it stayed in. And the third goal's been scored, and the goalkeeper, he was out of position. The defence tried to scramble through, and it rolled in. And they've scored a third goal. It was unscientific, but that'll be enough for Melbourne SRBIJA. I thought 2-0 was enough anyway, but 3-0 will definitely put it beyond doubt. And just been caught out of position. McCall, I thought he just got enough of a hand on it to tip it over the top. He didn't, and it rolled through. So it's 3-0 in this Doherty Cup match. There's still plenty of talk from the Melbourne Serbian team, knowing they've got the job done. Pass out wide now. There's Zacharias. He can't get near it. Headed down again. A couple of players getting involved. Balloons out the back. Kapangu's just come on as a sub for Hoppers Crossing. Again, the defence very good once more. Ilic. Well, Harada, that was a bit dangerous. He rises in a bit of agony. Might have put a bit of mayo on that, but he'll get a free inside the attacking half. And a yellow card given, the third one of the evening. So they'll get their numbers back, Melbourne SRBIJA, as they head to a big win and stay alive in the Doherty Cup. They'll move into round 7, a mighty effort by Hoppers, who, as we know, are battling in State League 2, Northwest Division, on the bottom of the table in that comp. VPL 2 is where the Melbourne Serbian team are in their third. Just one loss. Looping ball, gets to the back. Nice little header, tipped away by Yashina, but straight into the waiting arms of Hill. Defensively at the back, Murabu has been very good defender since coming on in the second half for Hoppers, but a turnover again at halfway. Down the left-hand side again, charging away is Max Ilic. Pass inside, not great. But again, having trouble controlling the ball, but they only just do it this time. Harada down the right-hand side. Nozanzu, Yashina, who's tried desperately down that right-hand side. Cuts inside the 18-yard area, shoots, but misses by a long, long way, and that ball could nearly be gone. It's on its way down to the Princes Highway to Geelong. That's how much he put into that shot, but it missed the goal by thousands of metres, for want of a better expression. 3-0 the lead. Straight down the middle. Hill, headed away. Good defence by Kay. Put it straight back now to McCall. He'll start again. He's under pressure. He had to put that one back. Nice answer. And then Hill almost made a meal of the kick, but got it just inside the attacking half. But the reliable defence of Max Ilic, who's come on. But getting behind him, and as the pass came his way, as they cut it off at halfway of his Hoppers, was Yashina. and he manages to ensure that the error is made from the boot of Serbia, and they put it over the line. Again, Yashina sharing it, and a long ball comes in, but it wasn't successful. Off the boot of Vatuli, who's been a manful contributor tonight for Hoppers Crossing. We're going to go down here. They trail 3-0. That ball's come back, which is good news. Long ball down the outer side, headed away. Hooked back by Kay, but over the sideline. He's been a good performer tonight in a team that's going to go down. Alexander Kay, one of their big defenders. Again, they win the ball in the midfield. Through ball out to Brown. Brown's been dangerous. Can Brown cut back inside? He gets it towards the left side, near the left goal post, but unfortunately, they couldn't quite get boot to ball. Turnover again by Hoppers Crossing. Can they make something of this? Down the left-hand side, through Yashina. Helped out by Zacharias, who gets another opportunity now on the ball and gets a pass in midfield to Harada, but he was flat-footed. Turned over momentarily by Serbia and then missed for the first time, thrusting a boot out. Milosevic has had a great night. Yashina back into Zacharias, who can't take it cleanly. Turned over at the back by Brown, who has been wonderful with his two-way running all night. Yashina's there again. Tries to shove Brown off, it does. Wins possession for Hoppers Crossing. Ball's in the middle of the attacking half through Harada. Goes out to the right-hand side. But a turnover once more with the defenders getting back on the 18-yard area in white for Melbourne Serbia. Brown received from Milosevic. Down that right-hand side once more. Player nearly got one high. And they control it nicely as they go back, looking to go forward. And that's a lovely ball that stayed in. Well played by Hill. Now to Brown on the right-hand side again. Nizana keeping him company. Nice heading ball to the edge of the 6-yard ball. Beautiful ball. Put away, and it's 4-0. When I say it was a nice heading ball, it curled in. A perfect ball to be headed in. And the goalkeeper, McCall, knew he was on the back foot when that ball came in like it did from Brown, who's been sensational with his two-way running tonight. And it is finished off superbly in the 6-yard box for Melbourne Serbia by the man who's come on as a sub in this second half. And he joins in on the scoring spree. Ninkovic, Luka Ninkovic was there to put it away, and nothing the goalkeeper could do when you get a ball like that. As I say, a magnificent cross to be headed correctly if you're able to execute it, and he could on the move. Well played, Ninkovic, and 4-0. Big win coming up here for Melbourne Serbia. Goes back now. Kay. Harada. Also involved in was Yashino, who's been pretty good tonight. He can hold his head up for Hoppers. They've tried manfully. They've just been outplayed by a better team. And they just haven't been able to string their passes together. Harada again turns it over. Sees opponents in white in front of him. And they've just combined brilliantly. Their defence has been great. They've got support from their midfielders getting back as well. We've mentioned Brown a lot tonight. Milovic, very, very good. Gets a pass into the midfield. Turnover again. Down to the left-hand side. Jared Hill, he continues to issue instructions as the goalkeeper. Constant source of chat as Zacharias wins it now in midfield. Through ball. Here's a chance now for Hoppers Crossing. Nizanza wins it. He's been told to have a shot, but he kicks into bodies again. Gets it out wide now. Here's an opportunity, but unfortunately missing. As he had a chance, he couldn't curl it back sufficiently enough and went too straight across the face. And it came from the boot there of Vatuli, who's been a good two-way runner as well. down the left and right hand sides all night for this Hoppers Crossing team, who are going to bow out of the Doherty Cup, trailing 4-0. Hill, long ball, straight down the middle again. Tested by Nikovic, couldn't control it though. Cleared at the back by Kay, one of his team's best. Nice Sansa. Back now. He's got the socks down. Not many soccer players even late in the game with the socks down. Bartoli indicates how hard he's worked tonight. Looking a bit tired. Kapangu does well to get a possession in for Hoppers, but once more, they've lost possession. Luckily, Bartoli gets back. Heads it down. Ball's at halfway. Marabu couldn't control it either. It's been that pass, as I say, into the final third, and the defenders have been there and done a great job. Now heading down the right-hand side. Yoshino looking to come in, but off line two. In trying to get his pass in was Shizzy, and it was cut off nicely by Hill. Down the right-hand side once more for Brown. Brown will be brought down. Magnificent chase and tackle from behind. That was great play by Nysanza as Brown was in front of him, but he just managed to avoid giving away the free kick to win possession back. A great challenge. Brilliant challenge down the right-hand side. Under pressure to try and keep it alive. Hoppers Crossing, although they've got 2-on-1 against here in the defensive half of Melbourne SRBIJA as they bring it out again. Ninkovic, the last goal scorer, will switch it out. In the closing stages, Milosevic has it again. He goes back. Gets it to Max Ilic. Well played by Ryan Brown. Ilic again. Charging down the right-hand side, looking for the fifth goal. Oh, it hits the right goal post. And now a chance as once more it rebounds back to a player who's in the 18-yard area, waiting out again. Like they were forming a wall, a one-man wall, and it just misses. Goes across the face. And yet another corner kick coming off. Or coming up. Once more it was touched on the way through by the Hoppers. Defence. Low ball. Good defence by Bartoli. It was low and flat to the near post. And he managed to head it away. High ball swung in again by the Melbourne Serbian team. Another goal, and Ninkovic's got a brace. It was a beautiful ball. High ball came in, and Ninkovic was waiting right in the heart of the 18-yard area. And it was money for jam for him. He practiced that at training, and his second header was an absolute ripper. He puts it away, and his team are up 5-0. It's been a thrashing, and that'll just about be it. The last play of the day was a goal. A party trick by Melbourne SRBIJA, as again their magnificent ability to just control proceedings when the ball was at times cleared by the Hoppers Crossing defence. There was nothing that they could do because of the fact that Melbourne SRBIJA was so organised, having players there to bring it straight back in, and in the end they got reward for effort. A goal early in the first half, 1-0 at half-time. A goal early in the second half made it 2-0, and then 3 late goals, including 2 from the substitute Ninkovic, finished it off, and they win 5-0. So Melbourne SRBIJA go on to round 7 of the Doherty Cup in a few weeks' time. Great effort by Hoppers Crossing, remembering they are in the lower division by a couple of divisions. They're in VPL 2 at the moment, Melbourne SRBIJA, and third on the table, while Hoppers Crossing are battling, of course, in that division that they find themselves in, which is State League Northwest 2. On the bottom of the table, but they've had a very good cup campaign. But tonight, outplayed by a very good side, Melbourne SRBIJA. So a big win here in the Doherty Cup, and they've gone through to the 7th round. Melbourne SRBIJA 5, and they've defeated Hoppers Crossing 0 in front of a good crowd here at Grange Reserve. thanks to everyone for being here tonight and watching the stream. You'll get an opportunity, if you haven't seen the stream, to watch it during the week. Thanks again to Football Victoria for making it possible, and the team from Sportscast as well. We look forward to seeing you with more football on the weekend in the various competitions, and also more Doherty Cup and Nike Cup coming up as we get close to the all-important finals and the pointy end of the campaigns. Enjoy the rest of your evening.